This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on 39 Dunedin News, will Labour and the Greens topple the National Party? Why a local academic says it's unlikely. University students get 24-hour access to a study space as their mid-year exams loom. And we take a closer look at the new installation at one of the city's iconic gardens. Good evening, Dunedin. I'm Rebecca Dupree. The recently signed Memorandum of Understanding between Labour and the Greens is drawing plenty of commentary both nationally and locally. This week, the two political parties announced they will work together to change the government at next year's election. But a local academic says the impact of the partnership could be felt much sooner.
Call it lay green or gree bore, but whatever it is, Dr Bryce Edwards of the University of Otago believes the agreement between Labour and the Green parties to work together will be a short-term relationship.
It is quite a limited memorandum of understanding. It doesn't really commit the two parties to work together in government. It says that they'll work together up until the election, but it doesn't mean they necessarily will be in government together.
However, Edwards says the partnership could impact this year's fast-approaching local body elections, particularly in Dunedin.
Aaron Hawkins, the city councillor, is standing for the mayoralty, and he's standing, with the backing of the Green Party as the Green candidate. It could well be that that's a test case, that we see the local Labour Party branches throwing their weight behind Aaron Hawkins, and that could change the mayoral election campaign a wee bit.
Edwards believes that come general election time, the agreement won't hold too much sway. He says it's likely veteran New Zealand First leader Winston Peters may end up as kingmaker.
There's this, third person, and that's Winston Peters. And where does he fit into the bed? Where does he fit in this three-way relationship? That could still be the final factor that decides things in 2017.
Edwards says there's still plenty of time ahead of next year's general election, giving the new partnership time to find its feet. So, expect much horse trading, deal-making and election promises to try to sway voters either way. Daryl Baser, 39 Dunedin News.
The police are urging motorists to remove valuables from their vehicles at night following a recent spate of vehicle break-ins. The latest thefts occurred in Kaikorai Valley, where at least 7 vehicles were broken into earlier this week. In each offence, entry was gained by smashing the vehicle's right quarter light window. Offenders appear to be targeting valuable electronic items such as cell phones, although a number of CDs and sunglasses have also been reported stolen. Police are asking motorists to ensure any valuables are removed from vehicles at night, or at least kept well out of sight. University of Otago students are getting the opportunity to study around the clock with a new always open study space. For the next 2 weeks, they'll have 24-hour access to the Clubs and Societies building on campus. And with exams on the horizon for many, it's set to be a well-used facility.
All access, day and night. It's the first for the OUSA, who have transformed their Clubs and Societies building into a 24-hour study zone for students.
Got our Recreation Centre building, the Clubs and Societies building, which we're opening at 24 hours, 7 days a week for the next 2 weeks, excluding Queen's birthday, available for students who want to come along and study at all hours of the night.
The centre provides cheap food, printing, free Wi-Fi and a walking bus for students returning home to the North Dunedin area. The initiative was conjured up by last year's executive after many students came to them pleading for more accessible study areas.
I always found it quite difficult when the library closed at 11 and you'd only been there for 2 hours. It'd be nice to have a few more hours, and I found that a lot of other people were keen on an idea like that, and when we did float it around last year, there seemed to be quite a few people who were really into that idea.
Mid-year exams are due to kick off in less than a week, prompting many students to cram. OUSA members believe it's important for students to have an area away from home where they can concentrate on upcoming examinations.
I think giving them a supportive environment is really good, particularly a warm environment, and the sort of weather that we're having in Dunedin is also really crucial. But just giving them that option, so it's not telling them that they have to study all night or that they have to study at 3 o'clock in the morning, but just if they're going to be doing that anyway, they're making sure that they've got a safe, secure and supportive environment to do that.
The 24-hour centre will run for the next 2 weeks, winding up towards the middle of June. Annabelle Dick, 39, Dunedin News.
The Dunedin City Council has awarded more than $1 million worth of maintenance contracts to 2 local companies. From July, the care and maintenance of cemeteries and trees throughout the city will fall to contractors Delta and Asplund respectively. Delta beat out 3 other tenders for the 5-year cemeteries contract worth more than $550,000. The contract involves maintenance across all 20 cemeteries in Dunedin, including the upkeep of lawns, gardens and facilities. Asplund's 3-year trees maintenance contract is worth $496,000. A series of large-scale sculptures have a new temporary home at Glen. The clay figures are the final project by an Otago Polytechnic master's student, and it's work that is deeply personal to the artist.
Gently does it. After more than 7 years of work, a series of sculptures are ready to be put on display at Glen Gardens. The large-scale project is the work of Otago Polytechnic master's student Suzanne Emsley. She estimates her largest sculpture weighs around 1/4 of a tonne, a far cry from her original concept.
I started with marquettes about 30 centimetres high, so within probably the first couple of months of starting with that, I just felt I had to go really big. So the big just has taken me probably about 10 months to make, and then all the small ones started coming in.
The 11 sculptures represent Emsley's mother and her siblings who grew up on a strawberry farm. As part of the project, 300 small strawberries have also been made to be scattered around the bigger pieces. Emsley says the idea behind the work was to reflect on and learn more about her own family history.
The idea is this project is actually kicked off from my honours year, so I was looking sort of internally, I was looking at myself and dealing with day-to-day issues and as much as out there. So it was really nice to go this year and actually look more outward and actually look at my family because they've had a huge impact on me while I've been growing up.
Emsley says over the course of the project, the pieces have taken on a fractured element, reflecting the cracks that often appear in families over time. While this work marks the end of her master's degree, she says she's already preparing for what's next.
I've got mixed emotions about it because it is kind of a finishing. You know, in my 50s I kind of like the idea of just continuing, but I'm signed up for Teachers College next year, so to me that's kind of an end to bring it all in together.
A handful of Emsley's Polytechnic peers are helping with the mammoth task of placing the sculptures at Glen, where they'll sit for the next few weeks. Their future after that is up in the air for now, with tentative plans for a public exhibition later this year. Ruby McAndrew, 39, Dunedin News.
Still to come on 39 Dunedin News, the numbers of smokers in the region are on the decline, and we take a look at an expo that could help determine career paths for local students.
Junk-free June is about making a change that makes you healthier and happier. Kick the junk or that bad habit during June and you'll be helping yourself and supporting the Cancer Society. Get others to support you and get rewarded with discounts on some great products and services too. Go to junkfreejune.org.nz today and get started. You'll be doing good for you and for local people affected by cancer.
Come one, come all to the Lana Castle Winter Ball. Traditional dancing, dining and fun to be had. Dress up in your Victorian costume and experience the glamour of yesteryear and witness the address of the haggis. Friday 22nd of July, get in fast as tickets are limited. Call 4761616 or go online to www.lanarkcastle.co.nz.
We're a 25 Moray Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
It's on again. The Star Regent 24-hour book sale starts noon 10th June. Don't miss out!
It's Junk-Free June.
I'm giving up chocolate.
Go to junkfreejune.org.nz today and get started.
Oamaru's Fire and Steam is a unique family event coinciding with the Steampunk New Zealand Festival. Fire and Steam is being held Friday the 3rd of June from 6:30pm till 9pm. The festival is to celebrate fire, steam, sound, light and music. Harbour Street will come alive. An annual event not to be missed.
Hi, this time of year we like to keep our customers warm and comfortable, and we sell a lot of moleskins and we've got them all on special. Check out these, Tussock Creek, 2 weights and they're a great price. We also sell Lee stretch moleskins, 5 different colours, short and regular. Great buying, moleskins, Alex Campbell Menswear, 3 stores.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
To the people we meet in southern skies. Take your place, take your place, take your place in the world. Take your place, take your place in the world.
It's Junk-Free June.
I'm giving up the couch.
Go to junkfreejune.org.nz today and get started.
Welcome back. More than $1 million in community grants have been allocated to local businesses and organisations. The Otago Community Trust has given out a total of $1.4 million in its latest funding round. That amount includes several 6-figure grants to groups around the region, including $500,000 for Otago Museum. The Dunedin Symphony Orchestra and the North End Rowing Club are also benefiting, each receiving $80,000. And on that note, let's take a look at today's markets. The NZX 50 has closed the day down 19 points, it's now at 7,003. The Nikkei is down 372 points. And to the exchange rates, so the Kiwi dollar is actually unchanged against the greenback. We are up against the Australian, but down against the yen, the pound and the euro. The Well South Primary Health Network is helping more people in Otago and Southland quit smoking than ever before. The latest Ministry of Health results for the region have just been released, and the Services Manager, Kayleen Holland, joins us to explain. Good evening.
Good evening, Rebecca.
What data does the Ministry record?
The number of patients at our practices that are smokers and have been offered help to quit in the quarter that they're collecting the data for.
How has the Southern region improved?
By just constantly following up with patients and supporting practices with resources and other IT tools, texting services so that they can contact patients that they know are smokers to check that they are still smokers, and offering referral into services for help to quit.
Tell us about the national targets for quitting smoking.
Okay, there's 5 health targets. One of them is around the smoking target, so also there's cervical screening, immunisation and cardiovascular, more heart and diabetes checks. So the smoking target is that patients that are known to be smokers, aged between 15 years and 74 years, are offered help to quit at least once a year.
What sort of assistance do they get?
They can get medication, referred to some of the community providers that provide ongoing, more counselling type support. Patches, gum, just whatever is they identify as the best way will help them to quit smoking.
How many smokers do we think we have in Otago and Southland?
We've got just on 34,000 smokers across the district. Obviously the majority of them are in Otago, but the percentage equivalent to the population is higher in Southland, so it's around 20%, whereas in Otago it's 14-15%.
What are some of the challenges in getting them to quit?
I think it takes around, for some people, up to 20 quit attempts before they finally quit the habit, so it's maintaining the engagement with them. You know, they worry that the next time they're going to fall off the ladder. Trying to provide services across a really wide geographical area, and yeah, just keeping patients engaged around it, and support and motivation for clinicians to keep following up with patients.
Has the skyrocketing cost of a packet of cigarettes really had the effect that was hoped for?
Yeah, well, we hope so. There's certainly a lot of evidence to suggest that increasing the cost of smoking, and certainly young people, they're quite price sensitive, so the hope is that fewer of them are likely to take up smoking because of the cost.
What are the plans to improve the targets going forward?
Just to keep doing what we're doing. It's like I say, patients have to be contacted every year if they're a smoker, so it's going to be constant to keep on top of that target, and not every patient comes into the practice every year, so we've got to find innovative or creative ways of catching up with patients to get them, to offer them help to quit.
What is WellSouth's ultimate goal in regards to smokers?
We support the Ministry's target of New Zealand being smoke-free by 2025. Obviously, fewer smokers means better health for everyone. And reducing the number of smokers and reducing the number of young people that are taking up smoking by health promoting activities.
Was there anything in the budget for smoking or reducing smoking?
Not specifically around that. I mean, there's money being put into health, and I'm sure some of that will end up being used to fund cessation programs.
Is it getting easier for people to stop smoking?
It's still one of the most addictive habits around, so I wouldn't say it's easier. There's a lot more options available to support, and we try and make sure that they're available where patients are across the district.
Well done on the results. Keep up the great work. WellSouth Primary Health Network Service Manager Kayleen Holland, thanks very much for your time.
Thanks, Rebecca.
After the break on 39 Dunedin News, the city's young adults consider various career paths, and Dunedin Hospital opens its doors for an exhibition.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order emu oil today.
It's Junk-Free June.
I'm giving up the couch.
Go to junkfreejune.org.nz today and get started.
Hi, this time of year we like to keep our customers warm and comfortable, and we sell a lot of moleskins, and we've got them all on special. Check out these, Tussock Creep, 2 weights, and they're a great price. We also sell Lee stretch moleskins, 5 different colours, short and regular. Great buying, moleskins, Alex Campbell Menswear, 3 stores.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Come all to the Lana Castle Winter Ball. Traditional dancing, dining and fun to be had. Dress up in your Victorian costume and experience the glamour of yesteryear and witness the address of the haggis. Friday 22nd of July, get in fast as tickets are limited. Call 4761616 or go online to www.lanarkcastle.co.nz. Oamaru's Fire and Steam is a unique family event coinciding with the Steampunk New Zealand Festival. Fire and Steam is being held Friday the 3rd of June from 6:30pm till 9pm. The festival is to celebrate fire, steam, sound, light and music. Harbour Street will come alive. An annual event not to be missed.
128 tracks, dynamic automation, dual faders, and totally digital. This is state-of-the-art music production. The SSL Digital Console. You'll find one in the BBC studios in London, another at CBS studios in New York, and now one at the University of Otago. It's a good reason why our sound now sounds even better. My name is Maddie Parkins Craig, and this is my place in the world.
Take your place in the world.
We're a 25 Moray place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
It's Junk-Free June.
I'm giving up chocolate.
Go to junkfreejune.org.nz today and get started.
Welcome back. Thousands of local high school students are gaining important insight into what the world of work entails. The Dunedin Careers Expo is back for another year with more than 40 stalls designed to give the city's young adults options for their futures. And already some participants are feeling confident they know what it is they want to do.
Going over the options, the city's high school students are getting a taste of what job opportunities may be available to them after they finish school. They're taking part in this year's Dunedin Careers Expo, an event that's grown exponentially in a short time.
This is about the third year that we've had the Careers Expo going in Dunedin. It grew out of Kaikoura Valley several years ago running it.
More than 3,000 students from 15 schools have descended on the expo being held at Forbury Park. Around 40 different industries and institutes are represented, giving the gathered students an overwhelming amount of choice.
It's good, like, seeing options and stuff. Yeah.
Lots. Company tallies, is it? It's interesting. There's a lot of hard work, which I like to do, and I'm really interested in it. It's my future as well.
It's good just to explore the options. It's always good to have the options there and to be able to, explore them and get pamphlets and books like this.
Organisers say it's important for teenagers to be prepared for what life will be like when school finishes. Duncan says this type of event is helpful in showing them what avenues they need to explore in order to pursue their chosen career.
It can be a scary time for students and parents, just trying to work out where they're heading once they finish school. So the opportunity to see a whole lot of different providers all in the same place at the same time just lets them have another opportunity to have a little bit more information.
Duncan says the number of high schools signing up to visit the Expo each year is on the up, both in Dunedin and beyond. That gives organisers the confidence to continue staging the event, ensuring the city's young adults are prepared for their future. Annabelle Dick, 39, Dunedin News.
A new art exhibition at Dunedin Public Hospital is shining a light on the talent within the mental health community. For the past decade, individuals involved with the Arts Centre Arts Studio have regularly displayed their work collectively. But the latest showing is seeing one man's work take centre stage.
Creative Peaks. Within a busy corridor at Dunedin Public Hospital is a space for art created by people within the mental health community. Local artist Mike Hayes' work is currently on display, a product of his time spent at the Art Centre studio recently.
Life went a bit downhill for me this year, and so I went back to Art Centre. I've been there off and on since about 2000. Had a bit of a break, and then went back, must have been about February or March this year, and as soon as I could get in with the brush, just went for it.
While creating the work is what Hay enjoys most, he says being able to display the finished pieces is an exciting opportunity. And he's happy to share with the world the art he's worked so hard on.
Oh, I think it's awesome. I mean, there's a lot of foot traffic goes through here. I enjoy painting, and I enjoy people enjoying my paintings, so yeah, it's nice to get it out in public.
Arts Centre Director Paul Smith says the dedicated display space helps provide some motivation for the centre's artists to create new work that may get displayed.
I think it's a great way for our Arts Centre to connect with the wider community and for artists to have opportunities to showcase their work.
Smith says the 5 display frames are typically used for group shows. But with Hayes' extensive body of work, he felt a solo show was best.
We've hung works that are like knitted and felted, so there's been mixed media works. Sometimes it's usually a couple of artists at one time, but Mike's been creating a lot of work, and so it was a good opportunity to give him a little taste of having a show.
The exhibition is up for the next 2 months. Plenty of time to help brighten the day of those both staying at or passing through the hospital. Daryl Baser, 39 Dunedin News.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on 39 Dunedin News. A top academic believes the recently announced partnership between Labor and the Greens to topple the government won't last long. University students now have access to a 24-hour study space on campus, set up ahead of mid-year exams. And almost a dozen large-scale sculptures are now on display at Glen as part of a project that's been 7 years in the making. Well, it's time now to find out what's going to be in tomorrow's Otago Daily Times, and editor Barry Stewart joins us. Good evening.
Hello, Rebecca. June 3, remember that date last year? Dunedin floods.
Oh, I should do. I was affected.
Of course you were.
Sort
South
of.
Dunedin floods, so we have a look back 1 year on as to talk to some people affected and see how they're getting on now. So that's tomorrow, and also in Saturday's publication as well we'll be doing that. A $60 million redevelopment of Skyline, which is going to be a major construction effort in Queenstown. That's been announced today. So new gondolas and new restaurants and a lot of amazing things. So we'll keep a watch on that. Police are warning drivers to be aware of sunstrike. There was an incident today where somebody went off the road because of that. And in sport, we look at Singaree Richmond and Harbour Rugby Clubs are looking at joining forces. So more on that story in the paper tomorrow.
Excellent. That's tomorrow's ODT. Thanks,
Yep,
Barry.
thank you.
It's time now for local weather.
This 39 Dunedin News weather update proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn's Emu Oil.
Here is our city view. It's taken of the Roslyn Bowling Club. Around the city at 3 o'clock today, 11 degrees for both the central city and the Taieri, 12 for the Gardens. To the situation, and that anticyclone is still developing in the Tasman Sea. It's cooking. It's due to move over the country at the weekend. To the forecast for the main towns on the lower south for tomorrow. Fine weather with sou'westers for Invercar, Gilgore and Te Anau, and a lovely fine day for Alexandra with a high of 11. And fine weather also for Queenstown, Oamaru, Wanaka and Twizel, and all expecting 11 degrees. And Dunedin tonight's going to be fine but frosty, our low -3. Tomorrow and Saturday sunny with light sou'westers and going for 11 degrees both days. And to the Otago Pallet Fires tidal and fishing information, low tide tomorrow morning is at 8:30, high tide follows at 2:10. And fishing conditions are not looking too flash at all for tomorrow, so I think you should just give it a miss. And that's all from the team here at 39 Dunedin News for Thursday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Good night.
This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.